Greetings students. So today I am going to explain you about gravitation, which is a chapter in class 9th. So what is gravitation? Gravitation is a force which is due to the virtue of the masses. Suppose the force of attraction between two objects by virtue of their masses. A force which is developed due to the masses of the body is known as gravitation force. Suppose we have two masses m1 and m2 and we have a separation r between them. This is actually the central distance between these two masses. Then there will be a force which will be developed between these two masses, and that is known as gravitational force. Now students, the question is, as I have written the definition, the force of attraction between two objects by virtue of their masses, means I want to say wherever there are the two masses, there will be a gravitation force between them. So this is a mass, this pen is also a mass, this pen is also a mass. Why these two pens are not attracting? Two human beings are also masses. Why both are not attracted towards each other? So my answer is very simple. As these two masses are very low, so the gravitation force between these two masses will be very low. So it will not get affected by that gravitation force. Now, how to come to know that what will be the intensity of gravitation force between two masses? So for understanding it, that there will be a gravitation force between two masses, so Newton addressed one law which we are going to study, Newton's universal law of gravitation. Newton's universal law of gravitation. Why we call it a universal law? As this law is not going to change throughout the universe. It is going to be remain applicable at all places, as it will be taken as a granted one. Now, so what is Newton's universal law of gravitation? Suppose, as the case study which we have taken, we have two masses m1 and m2 and their separation is equal to r. Suppose we have to calculate the gravitation force between these two masses. So according to Newton, the force of gravitation between two masses is directly proportional to product of the masses, Product of masses means, what is the meaning of this? Product of masses. The meaning of this statement is this: when we will increase the masses, then the force of gravitation between the two masses will also increase. Now, as multiply is a kind of operator, when you will increase the two numbers, then their product is going to increase. For example, suppose we have 2 and 3, the product is 6 only. Suppose we have 3 and 4, the product is 12. As soon as if you will keep on increasing the numbers, the product will also increase. In the similar way, as soon as you will keep on increasing the two masses, the gravitation force between the two masses will keep on increasing. That's why we have taken product. Now instead, it could be taken as the sum as well, addition as well. Why Newton didn't took addition one? Because when you will add two numbers, you will get, suppose you have added 2 and 3, you will get 5. Suppose you have added 3 and 4, you will get 7. Same is holding out here. When you will increase the two numbers, the sum will keep on increasing. Instead, why Newton have taken product? Why not the sum? The answer is very simple. Suppose there is one condition when one mass is equal to 0. In case m1 is equal to 0, according to this sum, then f proportional to 0 plus m2. So f proportional m2 in that case, which is a totally hypothetical case. We are saying that there is one mass which is not existing even. We have considered it is equal to 0. Still there is a force of gravitation. There is a force of gravitation between two masses, among which one of the mass do not exist. So which is not possible. That's why instead of taking m1 plus m2, Newton took m1 into m2. Now let's consider this equation once again. then F proportional 0 into m2. So F proportional 0. So this means when there is no mass, there is no gravitation force, which is in actual going to held out. So this is the reality. That's why Newton took F proportional m1 m2 instead of m1 plus m2. This is a wrong statement. This cannot be possible, as I have explained you here. Now he found one very interesting thing, that the force of gravitation between the two masses is inversely proportional to a square of the distance between the two masses. Square of the distance between two masses. Actually, the gravitation force is going to be weaker as soon as if you will keep on increasing the distance between two masses. Suppose we have two masses here. The gravitation force between them, whatever the value will be, when we will increase the distance, when we will increase the separation between the two masses, it is going to decrease. So that's why he took F proportional 1 upon r square. This is inverse variation. Now, if you will combine these two equations, let us name these equation as equation 1 and equation 2. Now, if you will combine these two equations, you are going to get F proportional m1 m2 upon r square. Whenever you remove proportionality sign and when you equate it, then we have to introduce one constant, and here the constant which we will introduce is g. So F is equal to g m1 m2 upon r square. Now what is this constant g over here? This g is universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant. It have a fixed value which students have to learn as a class 9th student, and I will explain you the definition of this g as well as the physical meaning of it. So students, what is this g here? This g, which is universal gravitational constant. Here, this g, when you will calculate the value from this equation, F is equal to g m1 m2 upon r square, then g will be given by fr square divided by m1 m2. You can see m1 m2 were in multiply, so will be in divide, and r square was in division. So when you will equate it, it will come forward as multiply. So g is equal to fr square upon m1 m2. What is the unit of force? You have studied this unit, that is Newton. What is the unit of distance? That is meter. So Newton into meter square divided by masses. So the unit of mass is kilogram. So here kilogram into kilogram, kilogram square. So this will come out to be Newton meter square kg minus 2. This is the unit of universal gravitational constant. You have to learn its numerical value. Numerical value means in terms of number, what is the value of this universal gravitational constant, which is given by 6.67 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square kg minus 2. Now what is the physical meaning of this universal gravitational constant? So we have to understand the definition of this g. So how to define g? In physics students, whenever we have to define a physical quantity, we go with a clever value, and that is a clever step, that g is equal to fr square upon m1 m2. We can see clearly that g is depending on r, g is depending on m1 and m2. Let's consider these two masses equal to 1 kg. Let's consider the distance between the two masses equal to 1 meter. Now what is the physical meaning of this? You can imagine we have two watermelons in our hand and both are of 1 kg. Two watermelons in our hand, both are of 1 kg and both are at a distance of 1 meter apart. There will be a gravitation force between these two masses because the gravitation force is due to masses. So between two watermelons, separation of 1 meter, there will be a gravitation force between these two masses. So that should be equal to this g. How? Let's prove it mathematically. So when you will substitute the value, g is equal to f into r square means 1 square, m1 m2 1 into 1. So g is equal to f. So here students, we can see clearly the universal gravitational constant is equal to the force of gravitation between which two objects. So here we can see m1 and m2 we have taken as 1 kg, and the distance between the two masses we have taken as 1 meter. So we can say the gravitational force is equal to, the universal gravitational constant is equal to the force of gravitation between two masses of 1 kg separated by a distance of 1 meter. This is the definition of G. Hope you understood it. Thank you. God bless you.